Here today with the 30D and the 100 to 300 millimeter lens. Going to try these out together. Just the whole size of the camera versus the size of the lens is very nice combination. So going to try some photos out, see how it works. Of course, this is a crop camera just like the M50. One of the challenges with this camera is that the autofocus area, the points inside there are in a small bunch for the most part. The edges are kind of out there, but still you have to adjust to that. Really liking this combo of the size of the camera versus the size of the lens. In that respect, it's nice. This grip that I have it on right now is not great for how my finger is trying to use this dial on the top. It kind of restricts things, especially when you're in full manual. You want to adjust the shutter speed quite a bit, but it's alright. After using this camera more, I'm seeing that it would be nice to get some additional EF lenses, especially wider ones. I can see that benefit of if someone does go to the RF mount, they can use these lenses pretty effectively. Of course, it's better just to use what they're intended for, but EF glass seems like one of the best ones to adapt. This specific lens, I don't know when it was manufactured, but pretty old. It's got the USM, but also just in general, it's been a few generations since this type of lens, type of version of it. And I can understand why so many people switched to Canon in those days and their big market share compared to other things I've used. It's just definitely more technologically advanced than some. Of course, I started with Pentax, so giving them a little dig, but I do like their stuff. The minimum focus distance of this lens is pretty long, so that makes it challenging to use in some situations. It is pretty convenient to do the focus and recompose with cameras like this, but you always introduce errors in your photos with the focal point. Not to mention the other points besides the center are not sensitive. They have some issues trying to focus. So that's kind of irritating for older cameras like this. I like taking photos of the sun, but with standard DSLRs, it feels a little dangerous for your eyes to do stuff like that. So I hold the camera out from my face and just generally compose it most of the time. It works okay that way, but still, I kind of prefer letting the mirrorless cameras take the risk than my eyes. With older cameras like this, older lenses like this, there's no shake reduction, of course, so your technique is extremely important. What I do with holding cameras like this, whether it's the best or not, who knows? I have this arm kind of like this towards the body, this one, of course, on the lens. Going to check this spot out up here. Could be really nice. I know that when I drive through there, the trees look great on the street path, whatever you want to call it. But it's hard to get a photo there unless you really walk into the area. So we'll see what it looks like from the spot. And I haven't been probably over here in years, and we could see it's very nice. Be a really nice photo, but the challenge is getting the right composition. Quick test with this lens and camera combination. Outdoors as usual, just easy that way, nice and enjoyable, get some exercise, walk around, works out nicely. Scarf Photography Banzai, thanks.